Hey guys, welcome to another video. Hope you had a great day. Today I will do a showdown ranking for every single brawler and explain to you why I think so. Please let me know in the comments what you think about such videos. So have fun with the video. So this list is not meant to be for 3v3 or do showdown or duels, whatever. This is only for solo showdown. If you also want to create a tier list for yourself, I will link the website in my video description. Alright, so we start by rarity, which means Shelly is the first one to talk about. I think since Brawl Stars was released, Shelly was always one of the best brawlers in Showdown. It never changed. So I don't think we have to talk much about her. She was always meta. Now she's even stronger with her new movement speed. And that's why I rank her in the OP section. By the way, we have different sections. OP, good, playable, bad, horrible. I think I don't have to explain that. And underrated, because I think there are many brawlers that are underrated. So the next brawler is Nita. I think Nita was never good in Showdown. I would rank her in the worst spot, horrible. I think Nita is just, I don't know. She has not much range, is always getting teamed out. So the next brawler is Cold. I think Cold is at playable. He was often in the meta. But right now Cold is playable. I think you can play him on one map, but that's it. Gets countered very easily by Max or tanks. So I think Bull is also playable. You might be surprised right now, but I played Bull very often in Showdown and I think he's actually not that bad. You will not always find a team with Bull, but his gadget, star power and damage is very nice. And I also pushed him rank 30 in Showdown already, so he's not too good, not too bad, also playable. So who do we have now? We have Brock. I would say he's OP right now because many people are playing him. It could change every day, so it could be that in 2 days Brock is always getting teamed out and not good anymore. But right now, in the current meta, he's very good. Okay, Primo is pretty easy for me. I rank him at good because you will very often find a team. You have Skull Creek or Rock Wall Brawl or even Feast of a Mind to play him. So you have many options with Primo. The super in combination with the gadget is very good. You can do kills easily. So that he would be like OP. So Barley is bad in my opinion because you have no chances of getting away, of escaping. You have a gadget that slows down enemies. But let's be honest, if you have a Primo jumping on you or Bull, whatever, you're dead in like 1 or 2 seconds. Poco is our first underrated brawler. I pushed him without a lose to rank 30 in Showdown. He has very good maps, for example Lush Poles. I was very surprised when I played Poco. Many people are teaming with you and when the zone is very small, you do splash damage and can heal yourself and you have a gadget that also heals you. Rosa is bad for me. She has a very strong super and you can fill maps with bushes, but as soon as a Shelly joins your bush or you can't get rid of her, your gadget is useless. And I think the only map to play Rosa is Feast of a Mind. So Jessie for me is horrible. She needs too long to get her super. No one really wants to team with her. She doesn't deal enough damage against tanks. And yeah, very unpopular. I rank her at horrible. Dynamite is actually pretty good, especially on Skull Creek or even Rock Wall Brawl. If you're a very good Dynamite, you can also play the jump star power, so you have a great escape. So Dynamite is not super safe, but he's a good brawler, and I already pushed him rank 35 in Solo Showdown Plus. Okay, I think Tick is actually playable because you have a gadget to defend yourself, you have your super to defend yourself. If you have a teammate, you can be very annoying for other brawlers. You also have the Graveyard mode, the Graveyard Showdown mode. In this mode, Tick is the absolute best. So I would rank 8-bit at bad. He's very slow. You get countered by many brawlers like Surge or any tank, especially when you don't have your turret. So Rico is a horrible Showdown brawler. I think the only map he was playable was Cavern Churn, but this map is not even there anymore. So Rico, one of the worst Showdown brawlers in my opinion. So unfortunately, Daryl is bad even if he's quite popular. I remember him being very good at Scorched Stone back in the days. But right now in the current meta, especially with all the Shellys and so on, Daryl is quite bad. I think Penny is playable. That's because you have your gadget against tanks or to block any shots. You have your mortar, especially with the star power. You can get rid of tanks. or assassins in the right hands, she's absolutely playable. So in my opinion, Karl is OP and underrated also. I think Karl was also one of my fastest rank 35 brawler I've ever done in Showdown. Your gadget gives you so much mobility. You can always rush the middle, get like, I don't know, 8 cubes and dominate the whole lobby. Okay, so Jackie is also a bad brawler right now. Also, she was playable at Feast of a Mine. I did her rank 35 in Solo Showdown Plus, but the meta changed. All the brawlers that used to be good back in the days are now quite bad. So if you try really hard, you can get her rank 30, but not worth the effort, to be honest. Okay, so Gus is a good brawler. He has a very good super rotation. He needs 4 hits for a shield, for his shield that gives him 4k bonus HP for a short time. And you can play him on Double Trouble right now. Here we have Bo. Bo's quite good in Dual Showdown actually, but in Solo Showdown I have to give him a bad right now. He used to be good in Cavern Churn with his Vision Star power. But at the moment we don't really have a map that suits Bo. No, we have Ems. Ems is absolutely playable. Not the best brawler, not the worst brawler, but in the right hands also a nice brawler. Stu is underrated. I don't know why Stu is being played so rarely. Maybe because people don't know how to play him. But I played him also over 1k trophies and I was farming wins there. It wasn't really hard. So on maps like Skull Creek and Rockroll Brawl, I think you can do quite a lot of things with Stu. So Piper is not in the meta anymore. Right now, she's still a good Showdown brawler. She has her escape with the super. She has a good gadget with the knockback. And with the time, she will always come back into the meta. Same for Pam. Great super, great gadget. A lot of HP, healing, but also not played very often right now. A good map for her is Lush Poles, for example, or Hard Limits. And Frank right now is just a terrible, horrible brawler. Everyone is messing around with Frank. Everyone is fooling him. And even with his gadget, you can just outplay him very easily. Bibi is a bad brawler because you can also outplay her very easily. Just imagine a Buzz or Primo or Shelly. All the tanks are countering you. So I think she's quite bad in the meta right now. Okay, so B is a good brawler. Usually I would put her to OP or meta. But unfortunately, even while she's such a nice brawler, she's not in the meta right now. I think it's only a matter of time when she's coming back. Still playable even if you don't have many Bs in your lobbies. So Nani, don't be shocked right now, is also playable in my opinion. Because you have a very nice star power, you have a very nice gadget. And if you know how to aim with Nani, she's actually a very good brawler. You can block a Piper or B-Shot and deal a massive amount of damage if you time it right. With your star power you can tank so much damage. You could also play the other gadget and port into the middle and kill someone. So Nani has a lot of potential. Okay, the brawler you have all been waiting for, Edgar. Yeah, so Edgar is a bad brawler for me because no one likes Edgar, no one wants to team with Edgar. No one trusts Edgar and you have too many counters. A Brock can just jump away from you, a Karl can just dash away, a Shelly will just bomb you to another universe. And on my trophy range, everyone is focusing Edgar first. He's always a free kill. He's quite good in the hot dog mode. But I think for the low trophy ranges like 500, 600 trophies, Edgar's actually a quite good brawler. So Griff is actually an underrated brawler for me, especially with his new star power, the heal. You have very good sustain. It's one of the best backstab brawler in the whole game. I killed 5+ people every lobby because people trusted me and I could just backstab them. So I think Griff actually underrated brawler, quite good in my opinion. Grom is bad. Even if I pushed him to rank 30 in Showdown, I would still rank him at bad because he's too easy to kill. He just has too many counters and can't really defend himself. So actually I would even rank him at horrible. For me, Bonnie is playable. I had some good games with her. Playable. Never was struggling with her in Solo Showdown. There's a good super, good gadget, decent amount of health, and people are not very scared of her, so you will also find teammates. I think she's okay. Mortis, I'm very sorry for disappointing all the Mortis fans, but Mortis is a terrible brawler in Showdown. A very good one in 3v3, but for Showdown, I mean, you will, most of the time you're just busy running away from the whole lobby that is chasing you. Same goes for Terra. I think Terra is really weak right now. Jean is very OP, a very good meta brawler, has a good star power for extra damage since he has not the highest DPS, and a gadget to get rid of tanks or any backstabs. So Jean also very popular. I think Max is a good brawler, but not OP at the moment, since we have no clear max meta on any map, but you can almost play her on any map. People will also team with you, but not the most popular pick right now. Mr. P is a terrible brawler for Showdown. Can't defend yourself, you need a ton of hits to get your port ready, which will probably be destroyed in 3 seconds because you annoy the whole Showdown lobby. Sprout gets a playable for me. If you're a good Sprout, you can easily push Sprout to rank 30, I think. I tried rank 35. I was 3 times at 1284 trophies and I failed 3 times, and showed me that this brawler is not bad but also not good, because you can backstab him very easily. You will have very tough times, especially against tanks. So he's okay and quite popular on Double Trouble, but far away from being good. Byron again is a horrible pick. You don't really have a map for him and you can backstab him too easily. Okay, Squeak is also another underrated brawler in my opinion. Especially with the gadget you deal 50% more damage. So Squeak is a good backstabber. The best thing about Squeak is when you have a team, I experience it so often when I was alone and like 5 or 6 people are teaming against me. Sometimes I can at least do something. Sometimes I even get the first place because I just play excellent. But with Squeak, Squeak can just chase you behind walls, force you to move out of your place. He's a very disgusting and good brawler, very underrated in my opinion, and for me rank 30 wasn't even a problem. Same goes for Gray, underrated. Your super is great to finish off any brawler and collect all the cubes, to backstab, to get away. So I would even rank her at playable, to be honest. More tending to be bad obviously than being good, but would rank her at playable because I saw her many times now and I think she's doing a pretty good job. Okay, so Spike is also playable. It's not really good, but also not bad. With the new gear, the 50% slow, you can kill enemies easily if they don't have any escape, and you can have hard times against primos, or also people then can dodge curveball. For example, me, you will have very hard times. Crow's also a brawler that is very underrated for me. Not in the meta right now. You don't really see him on any map, but I think that Crow has a lot of potential in Showdown. He has a shield. His star power is also good, so people deal a very small amount of damage, and with the new gear you deal very good damage. His super is great for Showdown. The weakness about Crow is probably the only reason why he's not being played very often. He doesn't have a lot of HP and his super takes very long to be charged. Okay, Leon also playable for me. I played him in Showdown. Not too good, not too bad, but you can do awesome plays with Leon. I ranked Sandy at horrible. I played her like 1 or 2 times and I tilted 100 trophies. You need way too long to kill a tank like let it be Frank or Primo. For me, far away from being playable. Amber is bad for me. People will think twice if they want to engage on you because you have a lot of damage with your super if you burn your enemies. But in a direct 1v1, especially when the zone gets smaller, Amber gets really weak. Mac is OP right now in the hot dog mode. That's the only reason why she's ranked here. But in the hot dog mode, she's full meta. Chester is playable in my opinion, even if you don't see him anywhere. Actually quite a bit underrated in my opinion. But he has very good ults. The poison deals a ton of damage and lasts so long. The stun is very good. You have very good DPS, good movement speed. But for me, Chester playable. I think I could even rate him at underrated. Gale was full meta a very long time. He got nerfed and now he's more like, I think he's playable. So I think not the best pick anymore, but also not useless. Surge obviously is an OP brawler, one of the best Showdown brawlers in the game. Obviously an OP meta decision for me. That is also a very good Showdown brawler. Her gadget is insane. The amount of heal is crazy. Your super is very good, especially against tanks. Can backstab very quick with Colette. Very good brawler, also tending to be more OP. And here we go with Lou, also underrated brawler for me. You need the stun with the auto attacks and your super is so freaking good. Your gadget is OP. I would recommend using the freeze. And the star power, people dealing less damage by the amount they are freeze is also very good. You can do very good plays with Lu. Ruffs is bad for me. He can use his super once to buff himself a little bit, and he still deals a good amount of damage, but you have no getaway, you can't escape. When a Buzz decides to jump on you, you're dead. When a Primo decides to jump on you, you're dead. When a Carl decides to gadget and super on you, you're dead. Unless you play a very good super, but well, it's very hard to react on that and stops you from having a good consistent push. Belle is also underrated. She's played quite often on Double Trouble. You can see her sometimes in the Showdown lobbies. But has some potential, I guess, even if she has no escape. Okay, let's get to Buzz. Buzz is a good brawler. I would never recommend a Buzz rank 35 push. My experience with Buzz was very frustrating sometimes. For rank 30 it's okay, it's all good. When you have a Shelly lobby or Surge lobby, the Surges have super, you can't super anyone like Shelly or Surge or Brock or Jean because they can all cancel your ult, even Piper can cancel your super. But on maps like Feast or Famine, you have very good movement abilities, you can escape, you can engage, you farm your super automatically, you have vision in bushes, so it is a good Showdown brawler, but I think he's quite frustrating to play on high elo. It can be really fun, especially when you have other buses and you start killing the Shellys that have no super. So Ashe is bad, because the problem with Ashe is that you always need to hit someone or to take damage to be a very good brawler. Ashe is one of the best brawlers in 3v3. In Showdown lobbies you usually don't attack, and when you have Ashe on low range, he's quite useless. You always need full rage on Ashe if you can, and that's in Showdown not really possible. Lola is good in the meta right now. Best thing about Lola is that you deal a ton of damage and being played more and more, so I'm excited what will happen to Lola. So Fang, unfortunately, even if he's a very nice brawler, is bad in Showdown at the moment. Too many counters, and even the maps that are made for tanks are not really good for Fang. Eve used to be good in Acid Lakes, but she suffered really hard. People are focusing her. 2 months ago I would rank her at OP and meta, but she became really bad in Showdown. She's still playable, you can push her rank 30. Rank 35 will already be very hard in my opinion. Janet is obviously OP meta, great movement, her super is insanely good for Showdown. When you're just in the end zone, people start backstabbing each other and you just start flying. So Janet, one of the best picks in Showdown. Otis is playable, I think. And also, if you ask me, maybe even underrated, because super is very strong and can avoid backstabs very often, does good damage, has a good gadget. Only problem is he doesn't have an escape and he's not very popular when it comes to teaming. Sam is actually one of the best brawlers in duels, but for Showdown also not good. I would rank him at, I think he's actually playable. I was thinking of putting him at bad or playable. I rank him at playable. You can heal yourself up at any time. Also in the hot dog mode, Sam is quite good. You have nice damage and you can chase down squishy brawlers easily with your gadget. So I think he's playable, but not too good, not too bad. And Buster right now is a very bad brawler. He used to be very good in Showdown, but he got nerfed like 4 times, I think. Maybe not the worst brawler in the game, but for sure one of the worst. Mandy is bad, no escape. The only good thing about her is the insane damage she deals. Not really a Showdown brawler. RT is playable for me. Good damage, good HP, good super, good gadget. He's not very popular because you deal so much damage when you use your super. And the last brawler is Maisie. He has a good super. The gadget is okay. I think she's playable. We will see what happens with her when all the people start playing her. And Tank, I mean the brawler's not out. I can't really give any advice, so I don't know how the brawler will work. I think he will be playable, not too good, not too bad. We will see that. And that's it for the Showdown ranking, for the Showdown list. It took a while to record this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a thumbs down. And tell me in the comments if you want to see this more often, if you need it. Yeah, let me know if you think like some brawlers are way better or way worse than I ranked them. I'm sure you have some good arguments. And this list is obviously not perfect, but I think since I have a lot of Showdown experience, it's actually quite accurate. So let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video. Your Snakefuck. Peace.